Welcome everyone to the What's Left podcast. John here with Jake and Brad. After a brief hiatus, we are back after having solved 8 wars. Prove we didn't. Uh, Before we get into it, please do like and subscribe. We're going to talk a little bit today about just the insane reaction by people on the right and the left over the Charlie Kirk thing, and just how crazy people, how fast people just want to just find a way to dunk on the other side about it, instead of like waiting for these facts to come out. I feel like the actual reality is probably going to be more disappointing. It's going to be disappointing for both sides, but we'll talk a little bit about that later. Let's start with Israel. Israel has been found on here on the day that the ground invasion started, the ground invasion that we've been saying was going to happen because Israel has been saying it's going to happen for quite some time. Started today, already added 350 deaths to the growing death toll of over 680,000 people. That's much more closer to the real numbers than saying tens of thousands, which is clearly false. So the UN Commission found genocide, which means, guys, that all states have a legal obligation to use all means that are reasonably available to them. Any guesses on what that'll mean for, like, say, not the United States? Because we know what the United States is up to. We'll get to that in a second. Do you think anybody else in the rest of the world is going to take this seriously and make changes? Maybe somewhere like Spain?
Any country that is a predominantly Christian nation will not intervene.
Hmm.
This Judo-Christian, whatever is happening, they will not intervene because that's the Holy Land and they're just doing what is required of them in the Bible.
That makes sense. The
So
Crusaders
I,
will not
yeah,
change will not change their
yeah,
stripes, that's for sure.
no.
Jake, what do you think? You got any hope for changes from Europe? Let's just start there. Um,
No,
no, just
no.
more of the we're gonna say some strong stuff but do nothing.
Yes, that
It's
everybody
pandering.
tries to do.
It's the same way that those two Republicans voted yes to release the files, knowing that the files wouldn't be released because they appeal to their demographic and
Right.
you know.
Yep.
It's like we're trying really hard.
We're doing
Well,
everything we can. We really wish there was something we could actually do.
in the eyes of the UN, what constitutes a genocide? Like, what has made it to where it wasn't a genocide prior to today, and now it is a genocide? Like, what are the rules?
So they have a commission whose special designation is to investigate these things. And these are people who have at least one of them had sat as a judge on a panel, a UN panel that studied another genocide years ago. So in this case, they study it and they apply the rules of genocide to it. Some of the things they found were the non-discriminate bombings, obviously, that were, killing civilians broadly. That was an obvious one. But they also brought up like some of the things like systematic attacks on healthcare systems. Um, and even like she mentioned a very specific example that really jarred her, that reminded her of a genocide she had thought of in the past, she had presided over in the past, uh, where in that genocide, they had uh, attacked women and ripped pregnant women and ripped fetuses from their wombs to prevent the birth of these babies. Well, Israel specifically bombed fertility clinics. And she said it reminded her of the same idea of like, the idea was to end in the first piece, the Tongan people, it was to end the future generations. And with Israel, it appears to be the same. And we also talked about before on the show where they were targeting kids in specific areas and young men generally in the groin area as well. Um, so that was a big thing. And then
Okay,
also quickly, one other thing was just the killing of people on the way to evac routes and at humanitarian aid sites. Those are also very big indicators, telling them that you can leave this way and then killing them along those paths.
okay. I just wasn't sure if there was like a number of casualties that constitutes
Yeah, it's not like a
a
stats.
genocide or okay.
It's not like a certain number you have to hit, or a percentage, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about went from 2 million people when we first got pushback about reporting on this. So it was about 1 in 5 people at 400,000. At 680,000, that number is much much higher, and just an insane number of people dying.
That's like eradicating 35% of the population. That's if we wiped out 100 million Americans tomorrow.
Thank you. I was hoping you would do the math because I was just unwilling to
Ballpark,
whip out
those
the
are ballpark
calculator.
numbers, give or take 32%, something in that range. But either way, 100 million Americans gone tomorrow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's such an insane fucking number. And of course, the ways that they've been doing the killings are also extra brutal. Just today, I think about five more people were burned alive. They have a tendency to burn tents, which was another thing that they pointed to. Um, I mean, the list is endless. Like they hit every single category. And so you do see some kind of pushback from the Arab states, like the Abraham Accords is clearly over, with Egypt buying planes from I forget where else, but somewhere else, so that they can use them against Israel because they are not allowed to use American aircraft to defend themselves against Israel, which makes sense. So that I thought that was kind of crazy because I like the extent of how far we go to protect these people is a little bit. It's not a little bit. It's a lot of bit insane. Also, when we get back to the conspiracy things, Israel has a tunnel that goes underneath the mosque on the hill that the red heifer sacrifice. Yeah, all that. They have tunnels under there.
Yeah, we have ours in the Denver airport.
Yep. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio has seen both now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he was there today just to make sure, just in case anybody was unclear as to whether or not we fully support and fund this genocide. Our Secretary of State met with Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday and today, and yeah, gave the full go ahead as the ground offensive started.
Were
So
there not, were there multiple U.S. representatives? I thought there were multiple U.S. representatives.
250
Okay.
mixed Congress people from both sides of the aisle. 250.
Yeah.
And nothing going on at home, so don't worry about it. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if there's a direct correlation to those 250 people and the people at our Congress taking APAC money. I wonder if there's any correlation at all.
Do you have to wonder that?
I don't have to wonder, but I'm just saying, like, it's becoming ever apparent that Trump
Yeah.
is not our president.
No, yeah, for real, it is like I mean, clearly, even like some of the stuff, even like doing my research on Peter Thiel, which is an upcoming episode that we're going to be doing. Like Peter Thiel is the one who is anti-cancer research, so a lot of the things he's doing with this cancer research are very Thiel coded. Things that Peter Thiel says regularly. He does not believe that in the specific research of cancer. So like, no, in no way is Trump. Trump is bought and paid for every fucking button and lapel. Like there's not a piece of that disgusting orange body that is not bought by some foreign entity or major corporation. He's essentially a NASCAR of a president.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out there looking like Ricky Bobby.
We should make all members of Congress do that. Start wearing all their fucking patches on their suits when they're in Congress so we know who's paying for them.
It's been suggested before. I mean, but you can't think about like having every car be an APAC car. It'd be very confusing for the viewers.
That's true. It's the black Toyota. It's the black Toyota.
Right. It's the other not that black Toyota, but the other
Yeah.
black Toyota with the APAC on it.
Yeah.
We've only got so many goddamn colors. Ah, shit. Boogity 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 boys. Let's go bomb another fucking fishing boat. We did that as well. Trump hit another one. The one that we know about had 3 people on it, and he joked about how if you're out there fishing in Venezuela, you probably shouldn't be, or something like that, which is fucking just a wild thing for the president of the United States to just be joking about. So like he's murdering people and he's joking about it. It's a war crime and he's joking about it. And it's just what, Tuesday? It's cool. It's whatever, right? No big deal. We just fucking move on.
The first attack, at least the boat appeared to be equipped to make quick runs or move at a high rate of speed. This boat had half the motor capacity of, or half the engine capacity of the previous bombing.
Yeah.
So this boat had less capability to actually make it to America, and they're just blowing them off the face of the earth. And like international waters, I don't get it.
I would love to know the monetary estimate of how much it costs to fly those drones or planes or whatever, and what are the bomb costs they're using to explode these fucking $12 matchbook boats in the middle of fucking international waters.
I wonder if there's currently government corruption happening in Venezuela, and they're trying to oust the corruption. I wonder if that's happening, and then Trump is actively siding with the corrupt one
Hmm. Hmm.
and then killing Venezuelan citizens. I wonder if there's anything. I wonder if those are correlated at all.
Brad, that's impossible. We have the anti-war president who promised no new wars and certainly no regime changes. So that just couldn't be true.
You're right. Silly me.
Sheesh. So we talked about how coffee is so expensive. There was a bill in Congress today that could have eliminated the tariffs on Brazil, which would have, which are there solely because of Trump's buddy is being prosecuted for doing what Trump did and not getting away with it. Uh, and so it's like 50%. So that's why your coffee is so expensive, you know, because January 6th happened somewhere else and Trump wants to make sure that that guy gets off. But Republicans sided with him and decided it was not important enough to bother. Hold on a sec. But Republicans chose to give up their power again and just let Trump continue to do whatever the fuck he wants to do with tariffs. So just thought I'd bring that up.
So this is my question. Just like the simplest part of tariffs, they've been ruled unconstitutional. They've been ruled
Yes.
illegal. What are we what are we supposed to do now? Because like global trade has been impacted by something that Trump wasn't even allowed to do.
Well, the thing is so the only ones that are gone are the ones that were instituted under the Emergency Powers Act, right? They said there was no emergency that it constituted him applying tariffs to Madagascar and islands full of penguins. So like those so-called retaliatory or reciprocal tariffs are those are the ones that are eliminated. Stuff like the 25 across the board or 50 on Brazil, he didn't use the same justification. So I guess a different lawsuit would have to be brought to eliminate those, or Congress could have just used their power today, passed the bill, and eliminated, say, the Brazil tariffs, which are some of the crazier ones. So that's where we're at.
I've paid more than $1 a cup at home.
Yeah,
Like to drink my coffee from my own home is costing me $1 a cup.
that's crazy. It is absolutely insane. I'm, you know, looking for looking for a bag yesterday, and everything is essentially $3 more expensive for the 1 pound bag of unground beans than it was a month or two ago. And that's, I mean, like, it doesn't sound like a whole hell of a lot, but we're talking about one little bag of unground beans, and you buy one of those every week and a half basically. And it adds up, it's just a little, it just pecks at you. And when you're already like, just working class people, like you don't have the extra to fucking just hand out.
Right.
Fucking crazy. So let's talk Epstein files. Ready?
Of
Ca
course I am.
Kash Patel, during the Senate hearing today, let us know that we were all mistaken. Uh, there was no evidence that showed that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked women, girls, children, to anyone other than himself. So I want to get both your reactions to that. I'm sure you both believe that wholeheartedly, as it comes from one of the most reliable sources we have.
How is the Wall Street Journal getting a hold of emails that are getting people fired from their jobs immediately
Hmm.
because of what's found in those emails? But allegedly, the FBI, who paraded in our faces, they were playing in our fucking faces with those binders when Trump became president about how they had these files and this, that, and the third. They were playing in our fucking faces. And now he didn't traffic anyone to anyone except for himself. He had this elaborate island and all these people on these flight logs, but definitely wasn't trafficking children to them. You idiots. I can't believe you fell for that ruse.
It's the oldest trick of the book.
If it was
Oh,
just him, why haven't we just solved this already and get it over with? If it was
Yeah.
just him, we could have been done forever ago.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty boring fucking conspiracy
Mhm.
theory if it's just one dude.
Oh, it was just him, right?
Just
so
him.
so now does that mean that Bill Clinton wasn't in the book? Because I feel like Bill Clinton was in the fucking book, dude. Like it feels fishy. It feels fishy.
It is fishy. So, and Trump's longtime pilot just retired, and he came out and said, "Guess what? Took Trump to the island 37 times, no less than 37 times." So take that fucking narrative about him never being to the island, which we all knew was horseshit, and throw it out the
Yeah.
fucking window. He's obviously one of the co-conspirators who got the fucking immunity in that deal with Acosta, which is why Acosta got the job in the fucking White House in the first place. I mean,
So obvious.
or something else probably. I mean, it's some things, sometimes conspiracy theories are delicious, like because they fit what you want so well, like they fit perfectly. And reality doesn't always fit perfectly. But this one is just it's not a conspiracy because it's so obvious. This is more of the kind of thing that like, you see a murder mystery and it's like the wife did it. And you know that 5 minutes in. And there's a lot of other stuff. And you can convince yourself that somebody else did it halfway through the episode. But at the end of the episode, she did it, right? The husband did it. He was never working late, right? It was never working late. He was always cheating on her. There was never a time once where that was true. He never stayed late at the office. The
Right.
simplest explanation every time. Occam's razor kind of shit.
It's weird that you chose to use the example of the wife did it, but I digress.
It's the last crime episode that I watched was the wife, but it works both ways.
I'm actually talking about current events,
Yeah,
but you know,
I feel you. I feel you. I hear you.
but we're not going to get into it on a Tuesday.
Maybe a little bit. We'll get into
I
it.
might get into it at
We
the
might
end.
get into it a little bit because we're working toward it. We're talking about the same cast of characters here: Kash Patel, uh, the FBI, and Donald Trump. So yeah. What else did I want to mention about the Epstein files?
Yo,
Oh,
real quick though. The Cash Patel thing today. I'm like so disgusted by the bullshit pageantry from like both sides. Like we're in a screaming match in fucking Congress. Like, what are we doing? Like we're civilized adults. This is something the American people want to know about, and both of you are just trying to scream over each other. You guys
yeah.
look fucking dumb.
And
Cory Booker, I'm talking to you.
yeah, I was gonna say we're talking about Cory Booker here.
Right? Like it just looks so. We just look so bad as like a country when we let these fucking idiots represent us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they turned it into a pissing contest.
It is. It's a fucking circus. It's a clown show, bro.
Hmm. Yep. And I just don't understand. Like, I know, like, not all these things are they under oath, but like, if they're under oath, this is perjury. Like, when do we start like charging people for perjury? Like, when do we take Brett Kavanaugh, who promised that he agreed with the precedent of Roe v. Wade during his confirmation cross, and then went around and fucking ended the precedent that was Roe v. Wade? Why can't we hold him accountable for perjury? Like, are they not under oath when they do their Senate confirmation hearings? I'm gonna have to look that the fuck up, or somebody can leave it in the comments. Although most of the comments are just full of angry groypers and fucking maggots. But you know what? Keep it coming, boys. We love it. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Uh, anyway, the uh the other thing I wanted to mention about the Epstein files is that they have the votes thanks to uh getting the discharge
The
petition
seat in
across.
Virginia. Yep.
And by the time the discharge petition is ready to be voted on, the seat in Virginia will be theirs. We'll have one more Democrat, actually two more Democrats by the 23rd. So
Yeah, the
thanks to
23rd, there's another one.
the one that was Deja Fox's primary, the other person will have one. That's such a blue district. The blue person
Yeah,
wins that
it should be a
district.
blowout, right?
Right. It won't be close.
And
So
she's like establishment politician, right? Already.
yeah, her dad
She's like the
is
old
it was
guard.
like
Yeah.
let's say it's like her dad's seat.
Yeah, it's just the old guard.
Nepotism.
Nepo babies. Yeah, for sure.
Never saw it coming.
What? In our
No,
government?
never. Never.
No.
God almighty. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I want to make one rule. Uh no, don't say his name. Just don't say his name.
All right.
Call him that guy. Call him whatever you want. Just don't say his name.
Yeah, because the old clock app will take us down.
Well, sure, that. And also because like one of the ways that we show respect for the dead is by repeating their names and making sure that people remember them. And we are not honoring this man. I don't want that to be clear. There's no half-mast flag behind me, and nor will there be. I'm not celebrating political violence by not celebrating this man's life. So, just saying, we're not going to say his name. CK
All right.
is cool, you know, James Tiberius, however you want to call him, just not his name. All right, so
Okay.
let's talk about it because the thing that struck me the most is the insane reaction. And I just got a collection of just memes and stuff we can go through with Jake. Uh,
Did you
if
give
you
me
want,
permission?
did I? Yes, you should be. You should be
Do I
from.
have consent?
You have, you have it.
Uh,
Let's see. Did I?
oh, don't know if that's one you wanted.
Which?
Uh,
Well, not quite yet. But this is
no.
this is an interesting study, but it has its relevance, just not yet. It is, I mean, obviously they watch a lot of trans porn. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in the context of just the crossover
Do you want the
between.
tweets then? Or are you looking for the tweets?
Yeah, look for the tweets.
Okay, I got it now. We'll start with Nancy Mace.
Oh, hell yes. Let's start with Nancy Mays. So she's responding to Alana Mar, who she absolutely hates because she is horrendous everything phobe, but Islamophobe makes high up on the list. Elon says to those claiming they're for free speech while punishing and silencing those exercising that right, you're not pro free speech. And Nancy Mace beats the fucking allegations by saying, I'm ready to censure your speech. Privileged motion tomorrow to force a vote. Sit this one out, you hateful, bigoted, Sharia loving, anti American. God, she's just like a bowl of candy.
Mm.
I love when they call out like the Sharia law thing because, like, what is the difference between that and fundamental Christianity?
They couldn't tell you the similarities or the differences because they don't know either.
They have no idea what it means. They're pretty sure it's anti-capitalism though, and that's what's important.
Yeah, something about down with the white man, and we're just absolutely not into that.
Yeah, they're trying to trans us into brown people.
Can I eat this food that has trans fats in it?
Not if you want to pass your fucking piss test at work. Uh okay, so this is Megan Kelly. This one is just like say you're racist. Just say it. Megan Kelly said, we haven't felt like ourselves since Obama. He was such a slick snake. He was so divisive in his messaging. He's the one who started to inject race when no one had been doing it. Obama is the reason that Trump came about. Ooh, a kernel of truth. They say Trump is divisive. He's no, we're not. There is more. We're not going to go more. But so she says it out loud, like the reaction of to Obama is the reason these people felt so uncomfortable. They just could not handle a black man in charge.
Yeah, dude, they were crazy about it.
Yeah. Evan D. Simone's reply says, "We had a black president. It made us all insane. It's the most cogent diagnosis of the American right that I've ever seen, and I'm genuinely impressed that she just came out and said it." Yeah,
Mm.
100%. Yeah, Trump did come around because of Obama, but not because of the reasons like because you all are racist. Like Obama, by his second term, Obama was unrecognizable as a Democrat. You couldn't call him left of center, maybe call him center. It's definitely not the progressive hero that people had hoped for. All right, Colin Wright, swipe right. Convincing my left-wing former close friends on Facebook that Charlie Kirk wasn't a Nazi or even a fascist is completely futile because I can't even convince them that I'm not a Nazi or a fascist, and many have known me since early grade school. What fucking self-own that is, bro.
Probably because they all blocked you, you dumbass.
So you're saying that the people that know you the best think you're a Nazi?
Well, you just broke your own rule. You said he who must not be named's name.
I did. I was reading it. My fault. Voldemort's not a bad name for that.
They kind of had the same idea.
They're not. They're
How
not.
dare you infringe on these pure-blooded wizards' rights?
Truth. Truth. That's what I mean, that's why Stephen Miller works so well in that part. That and the baldness, the veil pattern baldness, of just the looking like he's being like a reanimated corpse. In the few days since the death of Voldemort, Ben Shapiro took over TPA USA. Brad, you mentioned that one last time.
Yep.
Uh, Government blocked the release of the Epstein files. Government banned the Pentagon from boycotting Israel. Government pushed a bill to revoke citizenship for criticizing Israel. The government approved $650 million for Israel, and Marco Rubio visited Israel. It was definitely not a planned assassination to distract us. Interesting
Dude,
thought.
Hmm.
are we
Hmm.
about to are we about to get no, are we still looking at memes? Or are we about to get into it?
You can get into it. The memes are meant to ignite the
Yeah.
discussion. They're
Okay,
meant to,
well,
Yep.
but what the appetite?
Charlie Kirk.
No.
Nope.
Yep, whatever. The guy?
The guy. That's good. It's gonna take practice.
Yeah, the guy was murdered
Mm-hmm.
for to push an agenda.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Dude, uh, I I am over it, dude. We have gone it's gone too far.
You want me to introduce you for so Candace Owens, who is a raging anti-Semite and a rage bait chaser, just like Charlie. Damn it.
Guys, am I going to be the only one that follows the rule?
I mean,
It's
maybe.
a,
Listen, just like him, rage bait chaser.
Hmm.
So that is important to keep in mind when she says anything. Anything. That said, she's only picking up on something that other people are pointing out. Whether or not it's true or not, Bill Ackerman has threatened to sue her for defamation, but it is being said that Bill Ackerman ugh, approached him with money, 150 million, to talk more nicer about Israel, uh, and that he refused that money, which doesn't sound like Voldemort at all to me. Um, I don't think that he would have. I don't, I personally don't believe this one because I do not believe in a moral fiber in that man other than make money. I think he is as pure a capitalist as ever lived, and that there is no uh morality for him outside of profit motive. So for me, this one just doesn't add up on those grounds. But what is odd is how what well, go ahead. You wanna defend it a little, Brad? Or
She is saying things that, if any of it holds weight,
Mhm.
puts her life in jeopardy. If any of it is true, it puts her life in jeopardy. We are learning that you do not, we are being taught in very real time, like by the minute, that you do not cross Israel.
Mhm.
Like we are being shown this in very real time in multiple aspects. Look at all these countries doing absolutely nothing for fear of what Israel will do. They're
Yes.
doing nothing. Nobody's helping. Nobody's doing anything.
Well, is Israelica or America Israel?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
all.
know.
That's what I
I'm
mean.
I'm workshopping names.
We have 250 Congress people that are in Israel when we have people getting murdered in broad daylight in front of 3,000 people when they're talking about crime in cities and sending the National Guard. We have
Yeah.
250 Congress people in fucking Israel. Play play the fucking video. Can you play the video I asked you to save?
Yes. Oh, wait. No, because I didn't send it over yet. I'll have to give me 2.5 seconds.
They took the money. Your favorite political creators, they took the money. Yep, and before the right gets too excited, remember that one time they all stood there with the list or took special trips to Israel? At what point are we going to be done with this shit? I'm ready. There's a lot of people like me. We're ready. Your favorite politicians running nonprofits and charities where like the money doesn't go to the beneficiaries, whether it's homeless or universities. It's like we're all that type of person that would stay in a toxic relationship. And we just continually keep running back to our ex when they give us the puppy dog eyes. And you'll never find anybody like me. Yeah, we will. And I know people are tired of seeing my face being the one that's like, well, left and right are two wings of the same bird. This is a fucking massively corrupt system. Yeah, you might be tired of it, but I'm not. Because I need a whole lot of people on this conversation. Why? Well, because it forces you to ask new questions. Nobody's gonna be fixing this shit in DC or in the shareholder boardrooms, and if they're not gonna do it, who will? We will. We will. Okay, Mr. Big Brains, what, you got some plan to fix the world? Yeah, and it's not just me. It's people all around the United States and around the world. Parallel systems, parallel economies, well-being economies, intentional communities, hyperlocalization. There's lots of words for it. There's lots of people on this conversation. Again, not just in the United States, but all around the world. Are you ready? Because we have election cycles coming up. Yep, the midterms right around the corner. And I have this feeling that the closer we get to the 2028 election, everybody's going to end up right back in their camps, even though over and over again we're shown that those camps aren't safe places to be. Either side. You'll get played there.
It is. This is all a facade, bro. All of this is a facade. None of it is real. Today, I had a conversation with my cousin, and my cousin is from a family of staunch Republicans. And de facto, my cousin is a very educated Republican who voted for Donald Trump. My cousin today had a conversation with me, and we are the same person. Like his things that he's genuinely worried about are the same things that I'm worried about. The little frivolous stuff that they make us argue over it's all bullshit, bro. Nobody cares about that stuff. The stuff that they shove in our faces all the fucking time. They don't care about us. They do not care at all. The objective is to keep us occupied fighting each other, and they're doing it while these Congress people bow down to fucking Israel, send them our money, are complicit in fucking genocide from both sides. No one is stopping anything. These people do not work for us anymore. And it is time that we stand up to this nonsense that they're parading in our fucking faces. They literally play in our faces every fucking day, and we don't do anything about it. We act like a fucking vote's going to change anything. And we've seen it very clearly that votes don't fucking matter. They're showing us that our vote means less and less every day. They're gerrymandering our fucking districts. They're playing in our fucking faces, and it's time that we stop them. I don't know how we start the revolution, but we need to start the revolution right fucking now. Both sides. It is a joke. They are two birds of the same feather. The people on the extremes of either side are not like the people in the middle. They are not. They are not the part of the party. That they don't matter. Those extreme louds on either side do not matter. There is a genuine center of what the future of America could look like because it's the actual concerns of the real American people. But they have so many opinions on this stupid shit that we can't come together to see that we all would like our taxes to work for us, that we want these people to work for us, that we want life to be affordable for everyone. This is a they are it's a game. We are a game to them. And if we do not start a revolution soon, it will be too late.
Yeah. Well, it's a game, and this is what it's the way that the system is set up. This people are right to suspect that the system is set up against them. The center, if you will, is closer to the far right and the far left intersecting. Like the people who are passionate about things on the right and passionate about things on the left have more things in common because they have more things they truly believe in. People in the center are happy with the way things are, and therefore unwilling to make any major changes. And for people who want to see major change, which is an increasing number of people, want to see change. It's a huge number of people. It is every election has been a change election for how many cycles? So many cycles. Every cycle for years.
I mean,
pretty much the entire time I've been voting.
my entire time voting, like Obama's whole like thing was change.
Yep. And then of course, the racist reactionary change that followed that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big time. And that's where they get us though, because like we can't get past those things. We always fall back into let's blame trans, let's blame black people, let's
Yes,
blame immigrants.
it's the
Like
same thing over and over.
it's the
When
same
really, let's blame them and the people above them, the people paying them. Those are the fucking people we should be after.
that is the thing. The problem is we've abdicated a lot of our power, and that's why we don't see the change that we want as often as we want. And we have to, in my opinion, we have to do it all. Like I don't, I know, I agree with you. Like I saw a great meme today. It said, "I let my kids vote on what's for dinner, and they all picked pizza, so I made them tacos because they're not in a swing state." And that, if that doesn't about sum it up, yeah, yeah. If that doesn't about sum it up, what democracy looks like here in America, then nothing does. So what I want to say about that is that we can't give up voting as an angle. It has to be all things, right? We can still make change in voting, but it has to be huge floods of people voting for change. And by for change, I mean that the candidates that are for change, the cat Abu Zada, who I think I actually got her name right there that time on accident, who got arrested protesting ICE raids, got dragged out by police on protesting ICE raids, right? Like the people like uh, fucking Lauren Shelton for Congress, who is an independent, who says the same things as you're saying, Brad. And I may try to have him be our first guest on the show. That would be great. But he's in California, and I'm not sure the relevance that we have. We don't have too many California listeners. It's mostly Southwest and Northeast part of the country, but we'll see. I'm going to try anyway because he has a lot of the same progressive views and the same I'm fucking sick and tired of the status quo.
Dude, there are so many people that feel that same way. Like people just want change, and one party lies to them better than the other party and tells them that they're going to get it. So that's who they vote for. But everybody wants change. Like the world is becoming impossible to live in. It's something's got to change.
They want change and they want community. They want change and
That's
they
it.
want community. You see more and more of these Gen Zers fucking off the church for community or people going to MAGA rallies, boomers going to MAGA rallies just to hang out and get drunk, like because Jimmy Buffett's dead. Like it's a lot of that is, I mean, it sounds silly, but a lot of it has a lot to do with it. And then you add in the COVID thing and the further disruption of all of that. And I don't think that, honestly, what I'm looking at this thing, we took this time away, I think at the right time. Because as I look at the Charlie Kirk thing, whoops, as I look at the Voldemort thing, uh, closely and the way that people on both sides are reacting, we're so eager to dunk on the other side about it. Like we're missing the bigger picture. Now, if any of this is true, which is something we unfortunately have to ask because of the alteration, but let's pretend for a minute that this is a young man from a conservative family who has a uh, girlfriend who is transitioning, right? Who still uses a dead name of Lance. Let's pretend that that's true. Um, that's sad for him, you know? That sucks for him. Uh, Charlie Kirk, the man, uh, spews a lot of hate about these things, as does the entire uh GOP party. So, like, there has to be some responsibility there for the way that they talk about that stuff. But they are so quick, they have to blame the left, they have to blame the trans, and none of those things are true. Like the person who shot at the man was a white kid of relative privilege from fucking red state Utah. Um, and maybe his politics, as researched online independently, don't appear to be left or right. They appear to be more and more of what we see from young men everywhere, young people everywhere. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about the things that we're talking about. Um, One person, internet expert, described it as accelerism, which is basically just like we're the last generation on Earth. Like, let's just beat the Joker. Like, let's just speed it up and get this fucking over with because there's no future for me. And that's how a lot of young people feel. And so it doesn't really have like a left to right. They listen to the Groyper shit and they listened to Voldemort before he passed. Uh, but they also listen to Theo Vaughn and they listen to the rest of them. But they don't necessarily, they don't all fit into a slim category like we'd like them to. They don't all fit into Grandpa's definition of far right or far left. They fit into a definition more of like fuck it and fuck you and fuck everything. And it's dangerous, and it's you know because we don't check the internet algorithms. It's because we it's I mean it has the factors are myriad, but we don't address any of them because we're too busy trying to find out who did it so we can dunk on them. I don't know. Jake, you've seen a lot of this stuff over the weekend. What was your reaction to the way that people reacted?
I think people reacted far too quickly, pass blame extremely harshly, way too fast. There wasn't even news out about it, and people were already blaming the trans community. People higher up blaming the trans community. Random people. You open any social media, it's all anybody was reposting, claiming that he was a hero, that he all this stuff, and then getting mad at people for not caring because he completely belittled them and everything that they stood for, and they were mad at them for not being upset about it more. That is
Yeah.
not your place to choose when someone should be empathetic or choose when someone should feel grief. That is their own personal thing. But the right or the left, we both do it. No one's innocent. But they love to push narratives to make themselves feel better. So they have peace of mind.
Yeah.
That's what the right was doing. They're like, oh, well, this was just hate and blah, blah, blah. No, you didn't know the story. You wanted to make sense of it yourself. So you immediately blamed the group that you hate the most
Yes.
and made the most sense to you.
Yep. So what? It's making sense of it. It's that's so well said. The part that part, like making it fit what makes you comfortable, feel comfortable like
Hmm.
about the shooter. Like how do you what makes you feel okay about the shooter? Um, and the other point too, like just demanding that people grieve the way that you grieve. Like
Hmm.
that's what this is. I mean, and it is cancel culture, and there are definitely people who took it too far uh from the left, sure, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
But you're not the person to say that. That is not your job to point out or care about. If it's not something you agree with, scroll past it. It's not going to hurt you.
I
I
agree.
had personal struggles. I was like, why don't I feel like empathy towards this or like anything? And it was like I had this own personal struggle. And then I look back on it, I was like, because this man stood for everything that I hated,
Hmm.
claiming that black people were better off as slaves, claiming that gay people deserved the death penalty. I did, I did not agree with the man. That's why I felt no empathy. And I felt bad because I'm an empathetic person and I don't condone violence in any sense, not at all. Should anyone's life be taken away? But it was hard for me to like come to terms with that. That it was like it's okay that you don't feel extremely sorrow for this man.
It
It's just
did. After that episode, processing the feeling of not for the first like not being able to conjure up, it was not a good feeling. Like I didn't love it. I could tell that you guys didn't love it. The look in you guys' eyes when we finished that episode was just like the soul of it sucked out of us. Like it's not fun. It's not where we want to be. Um, but there is nothing, there's nothing to be said, and that's the way that I'm grieving him. You know what I mean? Like I am also processing things the way that I'm processing them. Um, and it's my right. It's my First Amendment. And listen, I don't think you should celebrate Charlie Kirk's death.
no,
I don't think you should, but if you want to, go for it. It's not my fucking place to tell you not to.
no, it's not.
You know, they got you know, the idea that nobody has ever celebrated anything. Kyle Rittenhouse was featured at the RNC, right? So shut the fuck up. We all heard what you said about Joe Biden when he was president for 4 fucking years. Every day
Mhm.
was a threat to jail, murder, kill the man. He wanted to hang the vice president of the United States, who up until the very moment that you fucking tied the last knot in that noose, you decided he was 100% on your side. So
And don't you guys can't blame for celebrating because when the George Floyd when that was all going through, do you remember the people posting photos of themselves kneeling on other people's necks?
mhm.
I do.
Yep. He doesn't deserve empathy. He doesn't
Hmm.
deserve to be mourned. That was Charlie Kirk talking about George Floyd.
So I don't feel bad about not feeling empathy for this man.
No.
No
And
flag will be hanging half mast.
it is objectively true that the right commits far more political violence than the left. Objectively. It's just the truth. But here's what I'm going to say about that. I don't give a fuck right now. I don't care. I just want it to end. I just want it over with. Right? I could care fucking less. Is that too far? Do I have to care about whose team is committing the violence?
No, human beings are killing other human beings. It needs to stop.
That's what you should care about.
Yep.
Is a senseless
That's
violence.
yeah. So
Hmm.
my so what I was talking about with my having that conversation with my cousin earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin's dad is one of those guys that's like, if you want to take my guns, you're getting every round of ammunition first. Like what I mean, he's not giving up his guns, and his son has been raised that exact same way. And his son today told me that we needed gun reform
Yeah.
because he's tired of seeing people die.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Like we are told this that we don't agree, but what happened? The squishy center doesn't agree. But out here, where we care about things where activists live, where people who are willing to do whatever it takes, whether that's protest, vote, march in the streets, the ones who do all of the work that the parties take advantage of and then leave behind, like it's us that have agreement on things. 70% of people believe the climate change is real. And here we are with a coal commission, you know? 70% of people believe that we have to make changes to the climate. And even more than that, love the jobs that they've been getting from the climate. Didn't want those battery plants shut down or those Korean people arrested and sent and fucking put in shackles. You know, most people and people don't know what they want on immigration because nobody's given them a fucking concrete plan on how to handle it. Everybody knows that we need it. Everybody wants it to be kind and not cruel. And for the people who try to come here legally, everybody wants that. But they don't, what they never are told is how hard it is for those people to come here in any way other than the way that they come here, because there are not legal pathways, because there are not judges, because there are not the things, the resources available. There are people who wait 20 fucking years to get accepted. So, and on those things, there's a lot of agreement among people, but those just aren't things that politicians are willing to do. So, I mean, we can try to save our politics by voting these people out because there are some candidates out there who are not taking APAC money, who are doing the right thing. And that's one way. But we also have to stay loud, just loud as fuck, and keep on driving this thing, man, because if we quit, like they will definitely run us over. They are counting on us quitting. They're counting on it.
We need to prop up the new guard. We need to prop up these new kids, James Tallarico. We need to prop up these new kids. We
Absolutely.
have to.
Yep, I have to wipe across the board. And I am so excited that people are finally joining me in the conquest to eliminate Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries' job for them. Like, get them the fuck out, get somebody else in. It is finally a mainstream thing. Hallelujah. Thank God.
Oh, it's happening. I mean, Chucky is 107, bro. He's gotta go. He knows that.
Mm-hmm. So
He's been there way too long, looking like Mitch McConnell.
that's an impressive turkey neck. You don't just get that overnight. Oh, Mitch. All right. Um, Jake, you want to bring up the text messages real quick? I want to get you guys' thoughts and see if you think any of this is real, basically. Because Grok and ChatGPT both accuse it of being AI, and I feel like they might know. This is the second one. Can you go to the first one?
That's the second one.
Yeah,
My B.
it's all good. So, roommate leaves a note for the roommate. Says, look under the keyboard. There's a note. Note says, I have the opportunity to take out he who must not be named, and I'm going to take it. Please find a photograph of the note. Did not find the actual note, but a photograph of it, which is already sketchy. It's even sketchier to hear fucking Kash Patel tell you about it, but sketchy. So the following text exchange took place supposedly. The roommate responded, "What?" with 17 trillion question marks. You're joking, right? All with proper punctuation, capitalization, even the apostrophe in the URE. So good job, Utah English teachers, perhaps? To which Robinson replies, I am still okay, my love, comma. We all use commas when we text, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. This is kind of fucking sounds like those little love letters from the Civil War.
Right, 22 and writing fucking
Right.
Civil War romance novels.
My dearest Margaret, I write you from the battlefield here in
They've all seen pictures of
Gettysburg.
this thing too. Kid does not look like he knows what a comma is. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I've got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I'd hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I'm sorry to involve you. What a fucking poet, right? And then this one suspiciously drops into like a regular text message style with the lowercase letters, like, you weren't the one who did it, right? And again, so many question marks. And this one says, I am. I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. Jake, you want to take over for roommate? Can you read it?
Sure. Well,
Okay.
that's your turn anyways, but go ahead.
Yep. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of the side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
Why?
Why did I do it?
Yeah.
I had enough of this hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, come on. I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it.
How long have you been planning this?
A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close. Fuck, this is so fake. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Um, and then I guess I'm just talking to myself now. I'm wishing I had
Mhm.
circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do. What 18-year-old does my old man? I don't even call my old man my old man. My dad said that about his dad. My old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. The one time he forgets the apostrophe. I deck if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have,
Lies.
boy, there's lots and lots of fucking,
Lies. He changed outfits before he left. Keep going.
okay. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with, dot, dot, dot. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the fuck will I explain losing it to my old man again?
Also a lie because he left the scene with no rifle, which means that he had to break it back down and put it back in his backpack, which means he would have to put the rifle back together to discard it in that location, which also makes no sense. Because who would dispose of a weapon that they used put back together? Who would take the time running away to reassemble their rifle to discard it? But okay, we can keep going. Let me get the next one.
Yeah.
These are just arguments I've heard. So
Yeah. It's valid. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge ooh on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm gonna leave it. That really fucking sucks. I mean, that one is a much more believable sounding coming from a young kid. It's also written completely different than the rest of the text messages, which are uh, you know, properly uh typewritten or whatever. This one is definitely not.
why aren't they time stamped?
No good answer for you, Jake. This is the court filing as well, so
So they should be time stamped.
you would think. Judging from the day I say Grandpa's gun does just fine, I don't know. I think that it was just that I think it was a 2K scope. I don't know what that one means.
A
$2,000
$2,000
scope.
scope.
No,
Come on, Grandpa.
the fucking what
Oh.
It's
the
a
semi
distant movie.
okay.
Who still does that?
I can't see it.
Teen kids from 20 to the 2000s.
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
an emo emoji.
Delete this exchange. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. I'm gonna
That
turn
sentence is completely probably made up. That one right there.
Mhm.
right.
That's to push a narrative.
It sounds pretty made up. I'm going to turn myself unwillingly. One of my neighbor here is deputy for the sheriff. You are all I worry about, love.
I'm much more worried about you.
Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any reviews or make any comments. Weird. If please ask questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent.
Sure. He
So,
didn't.
so whatever you do, don't go out there and prove that you're real.
Right.
I don't know. It
It's
stinks.
all it does, man.
It stinks to high fucking heaven. I uh I don't know. Like I wish like I don't know. It's like Dog Day Afternoon. Uh so it's not even like an original plot, Like they did this one already. Al Pacino did it better. Um but yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird to me. Uh there is there is that crossover between little groypers and femboys. They do date. Um, and I don't know. I'm gonna play this because I mean, I guess I knew it. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. But I'm gonna play this clip real quick.
The femboy community has a fascism problem. It's pretty easy to spot once you know some common dog whistles, such as 14, 88, SS, or anything regarding a Roman salute. So how did this happen? Short answer, 4chan. Long answer, also 4chan. In the early 2000s, being a femboy was a very niche subculture on the internet, unlike today where it has really skyrocketed in popularity because of TikTok. But since it was a very niche subculture at this point in the early 2000s, you would have to rely on online messaging boards, such as Reddit and 4chan, to find femboys, or even in some cases find other femboys. And you want to know who else uses these online messaging boards and still do today? Fascists. So from the get-go, there was a very close proximity between femboys and fascists. And because of this proximity to each other, femboys started to learn about fascism, and fascists started to learn about femboys. So through the process of sharing ironic memes on the same site, these two cultures started to slowly but surely combine. And since being a femboy was a niche subculture, there was a level of real-life social ostracization. And fascists absolutely love recruiting socially ostracized groups of people. Whoa, 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 whoa. What about why? Why are fascists recruiting femboys? Because they know they're hot? In these online messaging boards, you would see these fascists flirting with and even sometimes engaging in entire romantic relationships with femboys, primarily for the purpose of practice. These fascists will use femboys as practice for the real thing because they are so uncomfortable around women. Femboys offer this very approachable form of femininity for these online losers. And so to these fascists, they are still interacting with femininity and they are still doing the thing they want to do, but it is much more approachable because it is with another man. And then there's a whole argument of it's the only socially acceptable way in their own ideology to express their own queerness. But it's important to note, not all femboys are inherently queer. But why do a lot of femboys transition into trans women? I wonder. But also, extremely important to note, not all femboys are fascists. There's just a lot of them. There's also just a lot of fascism going on in the world right now anyways, so be nice to your femboys. Unless they're fascists, then don't. If you like the ideas I talked about, I'd highly recommend the It Could Happen Here podcast, and especially their curious case of...
I have a question.
I have no answers, but go ahead and shoot.
How is I'm like I don't not believe it, but like how is that credible? Is that from like actual research? Is there like data that shows? Because yes, they probably attracted them, but femboys attracted a lot of weird men online. It was just a normal thing for femboys to come across these weird closeted and weird groups of men online. So I'm just confused on like why all of a sudden it's just fascist. Like obviously there's more, but like I don't know, like it kind of makes sense, but like I still like femboys were probably getting attention from anyone they could take it for too. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that weird obsession of like acceptance that they want. Like we want to feel that like
Right,
love and
socially.
acceptance. So we want it from anyone. So I'm sure there was like some fascists, but like there has to be like more to it than that. I don't know. Like I just wasn't completely convinced on that one.
Yeah, no, me neither. But it offers some explanation to this weird theory that they're trying to promote right now.
Oh, closeted men have been chasing gay men for years. Yes, that is true. I can attest to that one.
For
Yes.
sure. I just thought that particular
Fuck
spice was.
it.
I just thought that, and I really don't know, and that's the thing. She doesn't cite any specific
Right.
research.
That's what I need some type of evidence behind like or like empirical evidence of like how many do you know of this? Or did you read 3 Reddit posts that said,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, because I've read Reddit posts too.
Sure. I don't know how deep she is in it or not. It is rumored. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe there's pictures even, but like I think Nick Fuentes supposedly has a boyfriend. I don't know exactly what, but it's like his name. Their name is like Cat something. Where it's like they wear cat ears. Um, I I'm not entirely sure. Also, one of the memes that was written on the bullets is technically a furry thing, the uwu thing.
Mhm.
I had no idea. I was today years old when I found that out. Um, so I mean, as for most people, I'm sure. I don't, the thing that we do that all of that does imply is that the kid was terminally online. That's what we know for sure.
Yes. The internet is brain rot.
It is.
Yes, it
Go out and
is.
touch some fucking grass.
For sure. That's the lesson to be learned here. Nothing else. Like that's what we've learned about the shooter is that go touch some fucking grass. Go interact with real people. We're trying to find a co-op two-player video game yesterday where you could sit on the couch next to each other and play a video game. And we have an older system. Like we whipped out the Xbox One and it was impossible to find one. This is ruining the world. You cannot play all of your video games fucking remotely with your friends. You have to be able to reach out and punch somebody for screen watching. You just have to. You have to experience. Well, the point is that you have to experience people, and we don't do it. We haven't done it in years, and it's getting worse. And the tech oligarchs who are driving this thing, the Peter Thiels and the Mark Andreessens and the Mark Zuckerbergs, like this is what they want. They are winning by driving the wedge, and this machine that they're building through and perfecting through their AI algorithms is the enemy here. It's the enemy. That's what's dividing us. So fucking just keep it in mind before you click that rage bait. You guys got anything else you want to add? All right,
No.
let's wrap it up. It's been a long time. We're out of time. Until next time, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Buy a t-shirt at derealizationnation.com. Support your boys.
Buy some merch.
Buy the merch. Uh, you can also get a subscription on Substack, which will uh, let you know when videos drop the earliest. That is free, but you can also choose a paid subscription, which would be even more helpful. We appreciate anything you can do, and even most especially, we appreciate that you listen, watch, like, and subscribe. And thank you for making Derealization Nation a thing. We are the Punk Rock Garage Band of Podcast, What's Left podcast. And until next time, I'm John,
And Jake.
And I'm Brad.
and that's what's left.
These people are playing in our fucking faces.
Mhm.